Greetings one and all, and welcome back to Zayfard Plays Galactic Civilizations 3. In this series, as I have been for the whole of this series, I have been playing the Snathi Revenge scenario from the Snathi Revenge DLC. And I have to say I've been having a blast with it. Now, in our last episode we decided to build up our fleet. The first thing we did was create Deep Space Starbase 1, so we could start going into the Drengen Empire. To which we built this lovely Snathi fleet of 4 medium-class ships, the Crushers. Now these are all kinetic ships, and they are now, to be honest, obsolete. I do wonder how much an upgrade will cost actually. Let's see, to the Crusher marked... oh yeah, more than I can afford. My income as always is doing badly, but we have managed to completely wipe out the Wardens. So if you look here, we've captured the TAS Revenge 3, which has been destroyed by the Drengen. Could be worse, you know, we've since got our own fleets which are much more powerful. We have completely wiped out the Wardens, which is really nice, and we have obviously colonised Stepping Stone. Our current goal is to destroy the Drengen Empire. We'll then be looking to wipe out the Terrans and capture Snathi Prime. Now, as I was loading up for today's episode, I did notice that the Terrans have something over here. I don't like that. But, with my fleet over here ready to go and say hi to the Drengen, there's not really much I can do about it yet. But I will. In fact, there's stuff... yeah, I'm going to have to do some serious exploring over here, because the Terrans do seem to be trying to infiltrate my space. I do not approve. In the slightest. But in the meantime, our military base has been giving lots and lots of really good upgrades. They're coming over at a really good pace. So we're going to keep getting this upgraded. How much longer have we got on these? So the improvers coming. So yeah, 4 more improvers taking 2 turns each. So we've got a reasonable amount of time to go. Okay, so no Drengen here. Let's keep exploring. We will find their space and go and say hi. Though before we go and say hi, we're going to go and upgrade our starbase again. Now I think some rail racks at this point. So yeah, this is becoming quite a dangerous little starbase to go up against. Wow, yeah, we're doing quite well here. Our money is still not great, but our research is doing okay. In fact, we're about to complete Xenoeconomics. And of course we have another upgrade on our starbase, which is really nice. Okay, so I'm not sure where the Drengen truly are. That was an outlying area. Okay, I think I'm going to go for some more pulse cannons. Make this a really lethal kinetic weapon, starbase. So now, research complete. The sheer distance between buyers and sellers in this economy has resulted in us having to rewrite a number of different theories of economics. At minimum, some new banking and economic structures will be required to deal with all I have to put my teeth in here. Complications. Not sure why I struggled with that word today. Okay, engineering. So we have a couple of options. We can go engineering and then start going for large-scale ships, which will take quite a long time. We can get better mining, which could be useful. We can get scavenging. So salvage runs can be... I think I'm going to go for research scav. Yeah. So we have to do scavenging first. Okay, so we're going to do scavenging. Then we're going to go and do some specialisation in scavenging. I think we'll possibly get some new weapons. But when I go for the scavenging, I'll do the research one. So that when we capture ships, we can get some research towards it. And we have found the Drengens. Excellent! So first let's upgrade this with... well, actually this is my last one. I think perimeter scanner. Actually, let's request 1 more constructor. Alright, make it 3. I may as well get all my other systems up as high as possible. In the meantime, I think I'm going to eject all of these What do they call them in this race? The plunderers, so we can go into Drengen space and, you know, start taking them. Now let's try doing this without sending them all back into the starbase. And we're going to move them over to starbase 1. So they're as close as possible to the Drengen territory, ready for an attack. Okay, so this has a xenoarchaeology lab, so yeah, I'm going to take the xenoarchaeology. That's always good, take the relic. And more improvers are on the way. Ah, those are the last of them. They were going over there, so one more improver. Then we're going to build up some more crushers. And hopefully at some point start getting some real money. Holy! Okay. I'm going to view this just to see how badly it goes, but yeah, okay. The Drengen have now shown us why they are the most powerful military. Wow. Okay, so they have a lot more logistics than us. And they are very heavy on the missiles. Okay, so this is good to know. Stepstone, we'll go for some mining now. Okay. Well, we've had a bit of a setback here, but we have a better idea of what's going on. So in fact, after scavenging's done, I'm going to go and start developing some chaff, so that we can really counter their missiles. I think our weapons are strong enough as they are, because we've got... Our issue wasn't so much getting through their armour, because there was none, or their hit points, which we were just pounding through. We also had a lot more firepower than them in total. And a lot more speed, so, you know, most things are going well for us. It's just... you know, we have no defence against them. Okay, why build new ships? With a little repair work, you can use your enemy's ships against them. Very true. However, as much as I'd like to get better with that, I think we need some defence. So I think some point defence specialisation right now would be useful. Only be a few turns till that's ready. And in the meantime, we are now starting to build new ships. Okay. So that one's ready, we'll give it some assault fighters. So 2 more left, that's fine. Okay, so the Den Maker, I'm going to send to this nice little Class 12 world. You know, because a better world is always good. I know, seeing Zayfard using common sense must be a strange thing for you guys after you've seen how badly things went last series. Okay, so penultimate one. Some defence. And I think I'll go for a second star base defence for the next upgrade, to be honest. Doing really well on our gathering stuff, so yeah. All good times. And we've colonised a new world. Aggressive natives. Okay. An aggressive species of sentient quadrupeds live in the forests and hills of this planet. They've resisted all attempts to communicate with them and have relentlessly attacked your colony since you arrived. Although no actual threat to your military, they can harass and easily slaughter unguarded civilians, and as is so often the case when the risk of slaughter is non-zero, morale amongst the colonists is low. We could ramp up our native outreach efforts. Even if we lose a few people doing it, the effort will make our colony an advertisement to the galaxy of our culture's kind and sympathetic nature. There'll be plus 10 benevolence, minus 5% population growth, but plus 20% influence, which is really nice. Or keep our colonists behind our defensive fortifications at all time. They might not like it, but with no great outdoors to enjoy, they might at least get more done. Nicely pragmatic, minus 10% approval, but perhaps 10% productivity. Means looking at this, I mean just on the stats, the benevolent route is the best way. Or wipe out the natives. Well, wipe out the ones that don't hide. If they hide somewhere, they're fine. Gives me benevolence and no positives or negatives. So, let's go wipe them out, shall we? Let's see what we have here. Ooh, bonus to military, I like that. Mineral rich, so research and wealth. Okay, I think I'm going to focus on the research over there. Military here, so... Manufacturing... 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 Then I think we're going to want a slave pit and a slave recycler. Then some... Yeah, then I think some market centres actually. Start to get some real money in. And I think a planetary soil upgrade. And actually we'll get some over here for more money. And I think a solitary research lab. It's always good to have a bit of research coming in my view. So this is not going to be any great research colony. It really isn't. Okay, edit sponsors. Well, you can help here. Get things done a little bit quicker. And ideology. Unlock advanced transport modules. Point defense specialization. Making our point defences fire more crap into space around the ship is a simple solution to a complicated question, though still a surprisingly effective one. I agree, let us continue with this idea. So yes, more point defence. Help us defend ourselves against the missiles that the Drengen are using. So let's see, the fleets are coming along nicely. First fleet that's going to come out is not going to have any point defence on it, which is a shame, but it is going to have an awful lot of firepower. An awful lot, actually. Speaking of which, what is our technology like? So humans have the best tech, so we will start to overtake the Drengen. The Drengen are at war with everyone. In fact, everyone's at war with everyone. This universe is nothing but war. Or at least this corner of it. Ooh, there's a human base. We should go and say hi. Yeah, we should definitely go and say hi in a little while. Once we've got our fleet up. Now, I'm not saying we need to go and blow up their starbase. They've got a research relic. I don't approve of that. Research complete. Arrays of tiny computer-controlled railguns that track and destroy incoming missiles are unparalleled at protecting ships and star bases from missile attacks, but they still aren't terribly helpful at defending against other classes of weapons. Okay, well that's not bad. Okay, point defense support. Or point defense optimization. I think optimization at this point, so we can get bonuses to cost. You know what, I'm going to go for the mass reduction. And in fact, now we've done that, let's see what the new crushers are like. Okay, less damage, but a lot of defense. Okay, so we'll cancel those two crushers. So we'll have 2 Mark IIIs and 2 Mark IIs in the current fleet. And as we build more, we're going to go mostly for the Mark IIIs now. A little less damage is worth it for a lot more defense. Okay, so those are on defense, and we have a positive income again. It is nice to have a positive income. Okay, so Paradise. We'll get the Xeno Lab there. And that's going to help us push our culture out a bit quicker, which is always good. Let's see, what's the defences like on that? You know what? Let's go and take out the Terran Asylum Starbase. And we may as well watch it just for the humour value. Speed it up a little bit. Now, I would be interested in hearing from you guys actually. Do you enjoy watching these battles? Or would you rather I just do quick battles? You know, for me, I do like to see them. But obviously this is not just about what I like to see. So, let us know in the comments. If you want to keep seeing them, they'll stay in. But if you tell me you actually really hate them, if enough, you know, if the bulk of you are saying we hate them, that's it, I'm just going to go back to quick battles. So, this fleet's done well, taking out the Terrans. Now we're going to go back, wait for the rest of the fleet. And then, we can start going and seeing what we can do about the Drengen. Suppose after this one, I'm actually have to start worrying about more logistics, to be honest. Because with the Dragon's huge logistic abilities, yeah, my fleets are just a bit outclassed. And research is done, which is great news. The slugs fired by point defences don't need to be large, and were limited by the fact that we couldn't build railguns any smaller. But now that we can build more compact units, we should see significant weight savings for all our point defence systems. Fantastic. Let's go into engineering. Logistic optimization. So bonus to military manufacturing or bonus logistics. Well, I think I'm going to go for bonus logistics, then move along to fleet logistics so we can get some really, really big fleets. So in fact, the time that's going to take, I might as well hold fire. Yeah, actually, I'm going to have the extra fleet size by the time this one's done. So let's get a... Oh, the Mark IV crushers are ready. Okay, let's get out Mark IV crushers as well. Nice. So yeah, this fleet's going to be a bit of a hodgepodge of different versions, but, you know, it'll still be lethal, it'll have a lot of firepower and a lot of staying power. Which is always nice to see. In fact, let's see this starbase. We've got... Yeah, we'll improve our point defences here as well, just so we can better defend ourselves against the Drengin and their particular form of attack. At some point we'll have to see what the Terrans are doing. Idle colony, okay. So that was military I was going to do there, and I think I will stick with this idea. Yeah. Bonus to our military, definitely a good thing. Okay, and people are getting a little unhappy across our empire, which is a bit of a shame, but such is the way of things. Okay, so we'll have advanced logistics before we have the new Crusher Mark IV. Paradise, okay. Extra culture coming out of there, which is really nice. Should really help push our borders. And be an issue for the Terrans. Yeah. Okay, slow growth, but that's fine. And positive money, which is also very good. Now that we've figured out some of the issues, realistic... I'll try that again, I've got to get my teeth back in, hang on. Right, they're back in. Now that we've figured out some of the issues realistic travel creates, relativistic travel creates with our timekeeping and administration, we've been able to significantly improve our logistic capability. Well, I'm going to go for another logistics increase. So that's 11 turns. That'll give us 10 more, which is good for 2 more ships. So, how long do these guys it's going to take? Yeah, you know what? Let's add that to the build queue, but we'll let a improviser go out first. Just to give us a bit of time on it. Ooh, okay, and for some reason I haven't had the improved logistics yet. Okay, Stepstone is complete. So what's the economy like? What's the manufacturing? Let's go to research. Okay, so those logistics aren't coming through. You know what? Move that Mark IV crusher to the bottom and add 4 more, actually 6 more. So that'll be a nice big lethal fleet. Let's send these guys to go and say hi to the humans over here. Because, you know, we really don't want them taking away any of our, you know, our natural resources. That and, you know, they're not Snathi, so they need to be wiped out. The Dreadlords created us to do this, we're just obeying our programming. Besides, it'll be very nice to see what this fully operational fleet can do. I mean, that's a lot of damage. I do wonder how many seconds, if I'm honest, the humans will survive for by the time I push the damage out. Okay. That one's now waiting for the rest of the fleet. Logistics are coming along. Okay, so that's a manufacturing relic. See what we're doing. Military we're still losing, although tech power we're losing as well now. Okay. Yeah, let's view this particular battle, just see how quickly the human ships go down. Wow. That was so quick they didn't even get a chance to damage us. I approve. Right, well, we're going to send you to the front line. It's a good fleet there. Paradise Station. Some point defense banks, I think. 3 more constructors on the way. I think I may have gone overboard on constructors for that starbase, to be honest. However, we've got the constructors coming in for Starbase Deep Space 1, which is fantastic. And that's all of them. We're now going over to Crushers again. Okay, so, knowing where we are, point defense first. Let's have some real defense against the Drengen. Scaling up our naval operations to include large multi-vessel fleets has created a number of additional logistic challenges which we're only just now coming to grips with. We'll definitely stop sending ships out without oxygen now, though. It worries me that we needed to learn this. It seriously worries me we needed to learn this. Okay, let's go for deep space logistics. You know, so we get best value for money, shall we say. Okay, our logistics should have gone up by now. Okay. So it's still telling me we have 20 logistics. Nice fleet though. I'm just trying to find where the logistics are. And what the hold up is. And if you guys know, please put it in the comments. I always want to learn on stuff here. For this base, I'm going to give them some, you know, some drone fighters, some assault craft, just to make it a bit more, you know, potent. So our logistics are being held back by something else. Yeah, okay, I'm going to have to do some reading in between episodes to find out what I'm doing wrong there. But I thought that should just improve our logistics. Clearly I'm wrong, although clearly this starbase is becoming really powerful. Okay, there's the last one, so we've fully maxed out all the weapons and the... well, actually all the weapons, fully maxed it out in fact. This is going to hit a very hard punch when it starts to fight, which is really good news. This is what we want. We want to really wreck anyone who tries to take that space from us. Okay. What? They've taken stone steps from us. Okay. No. No, we're not having that. Okay, so yeah. Okay. They still think we're weak. Okay, I'm not having that. I just no. You know what, I know this fleet's not ready, but let's go have a word. What are they? Predominantly lasers. Lasers and missiles. With defenses against missiles. Okay, so this should not go particularly well for them. Okay, so maybe we did need this. Which is rather good I did this accidentally then, isn't it? But we are going to take this world back. The Terrans are not going to get to keep Stepstone 1. It's just not happening. We've got our fleets coming in. They're Yeah, they're not in for good times. Ah, the planet's undefended, is it? Oh dear. Oh well, that's unfortunate, isn't it? Right, so I'm going to need to start building up some fleets to defend our worlds. Okay. Okay, that's us going to attack. Fantastic. So we've got Stepstone back. So what were we doing here? We were using that as finances, if memory serves correct. What else was going to be good here? You know what? I'm going to add a slave recycler here. All bonuses. And now Stepstone. Where were you sending your building to? I believe it was to our capital planet. Okay, so the Terrans have decided to attack us. That wasn't very nice. Ah, so no, that's good. It's got the logistics upgrade. Not sure what the hold up there was. That's got a massive logistics. Excellent. Whether it's via unmanned probed, deep space caches of our network of merchant vessels keeping our fleet well stocked while our civilization expands have proven to be a tremendous, but still very boring, challenge. Okay, so we've got the good logistics. Okay, hull reinforcements, capacity. Okay, we're going to improve our hulls, give them high capacity, so we can get even more power and depth onto our ships. Which, you know, as a Snathi is what we really want. Okay, let's take out that starbase. You know, you tried to capture one of our worlds. We're going to wipe out your starbases. Seems fair and reasonable to me. Okay. This fleet's going up to meet up with its fellows. Going to be a few more turns before some more turn up. But the fleet power is coming along nicely. Okay. Let's see what's over here. I mean, this fleet probably won't survive very well, but extra power is extra power. Okay, some railguns here will be useful. And then I've got one more upgrade to come to this starbase. Ooh, I say, the Drengin are really having a go over by Snathi Prime. Okay. So we've used up one of our invasion fleets to take back Stepstone 1, which is a shame. But it was worth it. Okay, some more crushers coming in 7 turns, that's really good. And we're going to keep exploring over here with our older fleet of our... Well, to be honest, our hodgepodge fleet. It's all our older vessels, it's all our older models. They never got to see war at any point where they were relevant, sadly. But, you know, power is important and we are losing a lot of income. Oh dear. However, we're now coming in to the Drengin space again. Okay. So, we're starting to explore out the Drengin areas, see what we can find, to destroy. Now, if I find a planet here, that would be really useful. Okay, so a fleet size of 5, and I believe that all mixture of Mark 4 and Mark 5s. Of course, yes, because we upgraded the Mark 5s. And excellent. We're now able to use... Okay, that is not grammatically correct. We're now able to build hollow structural elements still... This research has enabled us to build hollow structural elements capable of handling very high compression loads. By maximising the use of these and routing various ancillary ship systems through the cavities, we can save space for mission critical equipment. Okay, that was a bit of a mouthful and definitely did not help that it was, yeah, very poorly written. Okay, so we can go for large hull sizes next. Scavenging, I think we're going to go for the scavenging specialisation actually, and for the research one. So, this will have changed what vessels we can have. Necessity. Ah yes, this is our trade vessel which we won't be using. The Despoiler, which is a nice all-round ship. Wrecker, lots of missiles. The Mark V Crusher. Oh, those are nice. Those are really nice actually. All the defense, all the firepower. Yeah. Let's build up 7 of those. Ready for the next fleet, which will probably be completely obsolete by the time it's ready with the speed we're researching. So actually I've just seen the time on the timer. I'm actually going to have to end this episode here. Before we go, let's just check our diplomacy and see how we're doing. Our military power is 2nd right now, so we are pretty powerful. Our tech power is not as great, but our military is doing okay. So this is nice. We're doing rather well, we've got the largest population. So, in our next episode we're going to keep exploring the Drengen space, see if we can't start taking some planets off them, you know, with our small hodgepodge fleet, while our much more up-to-date, heavily defensive, designed specifically to deal with the Drengen attacks fleet, is being built up. We're going to largely try and leave the Terrans alone. I mean, oh, Snathi Prime has been taken by the Drengen. Interesting. Just spotted that. So yeah, we're going to try and take out the Drengen. Probably not all of them now, but then we'll move on to the Terrans. You know, we may want to split our abilities here, actually looking at all that. But that's for tomorrow's episode. In the meantime, I do hope you've enjoyed tonight's episode, and I do hope you will join me tomorrow night to see how things continue. But, until then, farewell.